Did it again, guys. I had forgotten this one flower, and because I so badly wanted this, we went back on to order more and ended up with a nice little collection of flowers. Okay, I just dropped the kids off at school and now I'm headed to go get some goat's milk. Guys, it's Ariel with Good Time Hauler, and I'm going to try goat milk for the first time. If you've seen any of our other videos, you've probably noticed that I've tried a lot of new things lately, and now I'm going to try milk. I really want goats, so it's probably a good thing to like their milk before we decide to get some. They're going to be, you know, down the road for us. It's not going to be anytime really soon for goats, but we found a lady who sells goat milk that's not far from where we live, so I stopped in this morning and I picked up a gallon to try. So hopefully I like it as much as I've liked everything else I've tried. I have done some research, and I've heard that there are a few different types of goats that have good milk, and some people prefer some over the others. I asked the lady what kind of goat, and it is a Nubian Alpine mix. So, cheers. Tastes good. I like it. Tastes very similar to cow's milk, actually. I think I can live with this. That's a good thing for me. Now, to see if the kids and Jay like it. That's the only other thing we gotta figure out. Today is the first day back to school for the kids from spring break, and it seems really quiet. It's really nice and pretty outside today, so I'm probably going to be doing some planting in the garden. I have some brassicas that can be planted in, some broccoli and cabbage, and I've got a few decent sized celery plants that can go in as well. I planted celery in the thought of it was going to be really hard to grow, and so I planted a large amount, and we ended up with like 30 plants or something, so I actually have way more than we need. We are going to attempt to sell the extra plant starts, and if they don't sell, then I guess we'll grow them out and sell the vegetables, and if they don't sell, then I guess we're just gonna have a lot of celery to eat. So if any of you guys have any ideas of how to use or store celery, let me know, because this is our first time growing celery, and it's not as much of a challenge as I had anticipated. I actually started a bunch of sprouts in the peat pots, more than I probably really needed of some of them. I just kind of put a cluster of seeds in there, and once they got sprouted and before they got their true leaves, I kind of just separated them out into their own little tray. I used the 6-cell trays and just kind of separated them out that way, and now some of them are large enough to finally go into the garden. My radishes are starting to get very big from the last time you've seen them. The last time I showed you them, they were just starting to get some of their true leaves, and now look how big those true leaves are. They're even starting to get a second set of leaves. I did have a big one down here on the end, and I forgot to cover them up one night because you know me, I keep forgetting to close doors and cover things, and I think a rabbit or something got in here and got a couple of them, but we got lucky that it didn't just take them all, and I caught it quick enough that I was able to cover it up before anything did get the rest of them. Also, I want you guys to see this. Sarah's radishes are coming in, and we just planted these just a few days ago. The weather just must be perfect because they are just popping up and doing awesome. Look at, she accidentally planted 4 or 5 radishes all in one little hole. We'll see how that works out. She's gonna be excited to get to see these. Okay guys, so as you know, we've been working on getting this rabbit cage set up over here, and we finally finished putting on all the sides, and I made some doors, and then we added water and some feeders in here. I'm going to show you the doors I did. I think they'll work pretty good. They're not like perfect or anything like that, but I think they'll hold the rabbits in just fine, and that's what matters. So hopefully we'll be getting some rabbits here pretty soon. We just gotta find some. So here's the door. I made it decent size so we can get rabbits in and out without having a huge hassle. And I might actually end up making another door on the other side, a large one, so that way if we need to open it up really big to put anything in or work on anything, we can do that. But I used just some pieces that I trimmed off of the green fencing that I originally put on this, and made them into like little clasps to hold the fencing shut. As you can tell, it's kind of hard to get them on and off, so that's good. That means the rabbits won't be able to push them out. And then I used it again up here, just kind of twisted it around up here around the fence, around both pieces of fencing, so that it's like a little hinge and it can just be swung open like that. And there's our rabbit opening, our door. And I did the same thing on this side over here too. And we made this way with a door over here and then a big space and another door over here, so that if we decide we want to partition it off, we can actually use some of this fencing and attach down under the fencing here on the inside and then up to the top and hang it over here, so that there's a partition so we can separate out and have 2 big cages, or possibly 3 if we separate here and then again over here on this side of the fence, or the gate I mean, and then we'll have a middle section and then 1 on each side. And as you can see, I put a cedar board in there so that if the rabbits want to get off the fence, they have a place to get and relax their little feet. So I think we're just about ready to get some rabbits in here. Hopefully we can find some soon. Look. You see this right here? That's a bean. It's gonna grow a lima bean.
I don't like beans to eat.
You don't like beans to eat?
No.
You see the flower?
Me keep it for Kaya and Jalen.
You're gonna give the beans to Kaya and Jalen? Did it again, guys. I had forgotten this one flower, And because I so badly wanted this, we went back on to order more and ended up with a nice little collection of flowers. I think we're gonna grow this on the outside of the fence of the garden where the road is, so people have something pretty to look at. And just, you know, there's just an array of flowers that we've decided we want to plant mixed in with all of our vegetables. Jay really liked this Aztec zinnia. He thought it looked really neat and spiky. But we did it again. I figure now is a good time to get some of these started so that way they're well established before it's time to put them into the garden.
And then this one, and then this one.
We already did all these.
And then this one.
Ooh, these are really tiny.
So full with them.
Yeah. There you go.
They grab you.
Yeah.
And these. So.
Here. Put all those in the middle one. And this one.
They was black. So.
Yeah. And all we're gonna do is the last one. Guys, I'm planting and I decided, you know, the soil needed to be on the ground and not in the pots. Yay!
You're growing some plants on floor, Mama.
What?
You're growing some plants on floor. Yeah.
Yep, I'm growing plants on the floor. We're just gonna plant them right there in that soil, okay? Does that sound like a good idea?
A funny idea.
A funny idea?
And a more funny idea.
Yeah, we're not gonna plant them there, but we are gonna pick it up. What is it?
A dandelion.
I don't know if it tastes good, but you can eat it. Try it. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna try it too?
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
A dandelion.
Does it taste good?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You guys just gonna run around the park picking them now? First time trying dandelion.
Try it.
Kind of tastes like lettuce. Not bad.
I really hope this tastes good. Me too.
All right, everybody. The kids are home from school, and it's time for them to do the milk tasting.
Do tastes just like regular milk. Okay, I like it. It does not taste anything like regular milk.
Jura, let me see. What do you think?
Maybe it's regular milk.
Maybe it's regular milk. You think it tastes good?
Maybe it's cow milk with chips.
You think it tastes good?
Yes. I like it. It's like cashew milk.
You like it? All right, I guess we'll have to see what Dad says. So far we have 3 likes and 1 no like. All right, here goes Jay trying the goat's milk.
Pretty good.
It tastes very similar to cow's milk, doesn't it? See, it's totally doable.
I think it's even better.
See?
Yeah, me too.
You're eating goats.
I thought it was pretty good. You heard that right? He said we're getting goats.